So right about now, next on stage, you're gonna have some special people around. We have a great show, a great broadcast that's about to come right here on stage. Mtaipenda sana, inaitwa Art Attack. It's gonna be quite an amazing show we're going to have right here, right now. So, can we have the crew around? Yes. The crew is so prepared, man. Very amazing. Let's show some love. Seroney himself in the building. Awesome. Nduru zaidi ai wewe bana wewe. Nduru ya Vivian hajafika, amekataa. Vivian amekataa. Yes. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Leo nimekam tu hapa tuchape story.
True.
Yeah. So, of course, I came here the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
For the candle lighting farewell of Byron.
Yeah.
And even before I came, we had a conversation on the phone.
True.
And my book was also coming out. Here it is. Should it come closer?
Yeah. Make some noise, man. Vivian a book, man.
Yeah.
Are you the first artist to do this?
I think I am, though.
Hey, wapi makofi yake.
I think I am. I think I'm the first artist to write a book in Kenya. I think that's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
Probably they're there.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes people don't know.
Yeah.
Alafu, I think this book has come from so many places, but what comes top to mind as we're talking is there's an interview I once did, and the interviewer told me, "Hey Vivian, you're so smart, uongeangi kama msanii." Karibu nitoe kila kitu. Mpaka viatu.
Ati you're so smart, uongeangi kama msanii.
Because why would someone say that?
Not smart, you know.
Because
and I feel that Indiana's with what you're talking about. Art Attack is like, that's just Art Attack. Like,
that's Art Attack, by the way.
We live in an era that is so easy for someone to say, hiyo ngoma ni mbaya. Ati wasanii. And it's so easy, ina roll out rahisi sana kwa mdomo, you know. Like angesema hivyo to a doctor. Ati uko na dread hata ukai daktari.
No,
like they wouldn't say that, but they can easily say that to an artist,
And I think the reason I really liked this setup is because it just feels aina stress. Unajua? If you want to have your drink, you have your drink. If you want to chill, hata kama ningekuwa nimevaa pajamas, ni vile tu I try to present myself properly. Because I know that girls pay attention. If it was guys don't care, hata ukikuja na pajamas.
Do you think it's tougher for a girl in the industry?
Everything is tougher for a girl.
Yeah.
Not even in the industry.
Generally,
I usually say for a woman, the same brain. Like for me, I'm a mom. So my daughter is 13.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you. I remember when I put her picture a couple of weeks ago on my Instagram, and someone says, Vivian nakutolea tu viatu. You've raised a child, because I've been in the industry for 10 years.
Yeah.
So by the time I was starting, I already had my daughter.
You kept it on the low.
I kept it on the low. I always do that instinctually. I really follow my instinct.
Okay.
But anyone who meets my daughter, she's just a normal 13-year-old
girl. Okay.
And that's exactly who she's supposed to be.
True.
So I asked her, I think my assistant knows, I asked her if I should get an Instagram account for her. She asked why.
Damn.
Like she's unbothered by such things. Like, you know, she's not like, I want to follow. She doesn't even care. She has an account, I think ananyanga once a month.
Damn.
Yeah, like she's just at 13 you should be into yourself. Your playtime. You know, your being embarrassed by your mom. You know?
Can you unaweza muembarrass kweli? Ama utatokea shule
all the time. Oh my god. I know. Her teachers mpaka ananiambia, "Mom, even my teachers like, where una boundaries to who you are." I'm like, it's not, it's just the
that's
territory.
Crazy. That's
crazy. So that's what I was saying, like the artistic space. This one, I like it because
thank you.
We were talking about it, and I was saying we need to create a platform where decision makers, even in the corporate sectors and all these people, they find the artists where they are.
True.
You know, because most of us grow up, like me, grow up Huruma, Huruma, Pangani. So really simple setup. Ghetto. But I loved it. Unajua? It keeps you simple. Unajua? It keeps the vibe fresh. See ati it's not every time you want to sit heavy, you're stuck up. Hata kwanza utaki kutumia fork na kijiko. You just want to use your hands and
you just want to dig in.
Dig in. So I get it. This is digging in.
Thank you. We really appreciate Maze. Wase. Wase. You guys tuko na nyinyi. Lazima tuongee hizi vitu. You know why? Me nikianza music, you know, I really wanted, nilikuwa najambia kungekuwa place kama hii nikianza music, I think I would have been a different artist because a lot of the times umesema juu umetoka Nairobi. Mimi nilikuwa nimetoka sasa Ocha. Sasa tulikuwa tunaita nyinyi watu wa Nairobi, unaona? We thought Nairobi everybody is cool, man. Like so long as you're in Nairobi, uko tu sawa, you get me? So back then ilikuwa a bigger struggle because there are no spaces where unaweza kama ushikia hata camera ama uongee kwa microphone. So we just want to create a place for even an artist watching, if you just need where kujo jibambe, because I believe art doesn't follow rules, you know. I feel like even ukiangalia even how music was created was like DJ hapa kuna kitu funny I discovered, you know that scratch DJs do. Some guy was playing music so loud kwa bedroom yake, mamake akaingia poof, zima hiyo kitu nini, then he just touched that thing. So when the mother was talking, ilikuwa inambo. So because of the anxiety, he started pushing that. And then when the mother left, he created the scratch. So it's through chaos where I feel art strives a lot. That's why unapatanga most musicians wanakuanga, you know, atuko fiti ama sindio? You get me? I'm trying to skip it, but we need to fix it. We need to fix it. We need to most of the time kuna mtu amweni ambia ukiwa msanii lazima ukue broken for you to be a good artist. Do you believe in that?
I think every human is broken. It doesn't matter whether you're an artist or not. Because we are raised by imperfect parents. We grow up in imperfect homes. We go to imperfect schools.
True that.
You know, we have imperfect friends. So where is the perfection going to come from? It doesn't exist. What we actually need more is compassion for one another. A lot of grace for yourself.
True.
Self-awareness.
Very true.
Today in the morning I was asking myself, what do I want? You know, so how often do you wake up and ask yourself, who am I? Who are you? Unajua? So apart from being, if you're a photographer, if you're an artist, if you're a dancer, if you're an accountant, that's what you do.
Which brings us to the topic of today, right? You wanted us to talk about a very interesting topic, like maybe to Zambia, even the people who are watching and the guys who are here, like let's just introduce the topic and then now we can talk about it in depth, because I feel like that's the genesis of an artist. Before you who you need to be, you also need to know yourself first, you know. So identifying the identity of an artist,
the identity of a creative, because what has happened is now creativity has expanded. That's why there are celebrity chefs, celebrity photographers there, because whatever skill you have, it showcases, unajua, it becomes now your skill, alafu ina expand your spaces. So it's not only music, just the whole creative element.
How did you identify Vivian? What's your personal journey? When did you know, like, first of all, okay, I know it sounds cliche. How did you come up to know your Najita Vivian, ndakuwa nafanya hivi, you know, to where right now you're even writing a book? Where did it all start?
Oh wow, how many days do we have?
Kwa ujumla.
In summary, so as I said, I grew up in a small family, you know, 4 siblings, though my brother passed on a couple of years ago. So now we are 3 girls.
Sorry.
Classic Kikuyu mother. In my book now I call myself Vivian Wamboi. So my mom, if you're from the Kikuyu community, if she's not sleeping or sitting, no one should be sleeping or sitting. There's always something that needs to be done.
Okay. Ebu say it in that native language. I'm sure there's a saying. Boys, in you. Yeah, like say how do you say it in its nativeness? Like,
well, it always depends on scenario. Lakini ni kama mudhabie ido, unajua, like wash the dishes, clean the house, clean the carpet. It's like it's like you're doing manual labor every day. No one is dying, no one is coming. Even if there is dust, surely. So see, we just sit. Unajua.
I know. I tried that when I was a kid. Yani unasema leo ndaosha vyombo, leo ndafanya. Yani anaingia anasema uliosha vyombo? Homework? Mmekula? Saini saa ngapi? Unalalanga saa ngapi? So yani you must get something wrong, right?
Absolutely. So of course growing up simple, and one thing I'm happy about is I went to schools that really celebrated my creativity.
Okay.
So I was in Marion. I think it's in Kahawa West.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I schooled in my primary, and I did music I did music the whole time.
Okay.
And then in high school I was in State House. I did music as well.
Wow.
Yeah, for 4 years, and then
music festivals,
you know. So I would just toy around with that a lot.
Yeah.
But in my time, people were not becoming musicians.
Okay.
So I was an anomaly, you know, because a lot of my classmates were bankers and accountants and all these things.
Yeah.
So like right now, how the market is so open to creatives, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
But I'm happy that I took the leap of faith.
Okay.
It's been a hazardous journey, to say the least. Negai.
Hallelujah. Sindio?
No more than me.
Amen. Kabisa. So, like Vivian, okay. I identifying an artist, the identity
of a creative. Yeah.
Okay, tuanze tu na definition. Like,
what's that?
What's identity?
Identity is who you are. Yeah, like who am I and what do I want? That's where it starts.
Okay.
And then now it goes back to the why. Okay. You know, why am I doing this? What is my purpose? What makes me click? How do I like to rest?
Okay.
What are my hobbies? Because ideally that whole thing intertwines. Like even with the book is marrying your spirit, your mind, your body. Because everything starts in the mind, but also your spirit is understanding that you are a divine being. As humans we are very powerful. That's why if you look at how the world looks like, we una feel we create the tallest building, but there's someone who's thinking about how they'll counter that building, and they'll hack it. For a long time KICC was the tallest.
KICC was the tallest.
Now we don't even know.
By the way, ukisema the tallest nakaa tu mshamba,
because it's like they're like 20
guys
tall
even
ones.
meeting in other places. Remember back then it was KICC, Afia Center, archives. You know, someone told me to tukutane Bia District. I was like, You get me? Like,
but
Nairobi has changed.
Us guys are millennials. For Gen Z, they get it.
Gen Z always like, okay. Do you think there's a war between Gen Zs and millennials? Are we being our parents to Gen Zs? Because I remember like back in the
millennials can be full of shit. They have this thing.
It's okay.
You know, they have this.
Millennial mamas walikuwa hapa.
Millennial moms watanimaliza. By the way, si nyinyi except you. All
millennials,
all
man.
Other millennials apart from millennial moms.
One thing I like about Gen Zs, they don't give a shit. Like the level of not caring, I wish I had that. Like you can just find a Gen Z quitting their job and they'll be like, I quit my job. But millennials watakuna vitu mingi kwa kichwa, yani unasikia? But like Vivian, take your power back, man. Talk about the identity. There's something you also talked about, the state, the mental state. I feel like as Africans, kuna vitu fulani. Me, I thought back in the day, I kid you not, but you talked about going to a psychiatrist.
That
was gay, man.
Like
boys can understand what I mean, bro. Like
so many
guys will be like,
so
you're going to psychiatrist, bro.
Well, umechizi.
Hey, bro, hizi ni gani?
Umefiat sasa kabisa.
Especially for the males, let me just say, like, especially for the males, the mental state of a man is seen as, as something that is very
Like
taboo,
this,
you know.
right.
Yeah, mwanaume afai kulia, you know. Unalia nini jo? You get me? Like this, there's a very high expectation when it comes to the, you know. For example, kuna ngoma fulani imetrend inaimbangwa niko na pesa kushinda babako. Do you know a man can't say that? Because what that song talks about, it says like, I've been with you and I've been with your dad, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Niko na pesa na niza baba yako.
Oh wow.
But I can't say that.
Who sing? Is it a guy?
It's a girl. A girl can say that, but a man can't say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like there's the boy child has amefinywa sana mpaka. So the state of the mind is I know most of the guys won't agree ati tunaongea story na Vivian, but you've taken the time to talk about it. Yeah. What do you think, especially for the male child, the state of the mind of a male adult, a creative? Let's talk about a male creative, the state of the mind.
Yeah, but even with creativity, we have to realize that every human is actually a creative. Okay. Because the one thing that, if you look at a child, a 3-year-old, 5-year-old child, they create. Yeah. You know, they utapata nenda nje anacheza na mchanga anafanya nini. They're always thinking about its creation. We are creative beings. Okay. Every single person. Yeah. It's just that we create differently. So there are others who create when they write, others who create when they study and they solve difficult math problems, others who, I don't know, this corporate things. Even managing projects, that's creating, because that's you're elevating something. Kwa sababu as humans tunapewa mchanga, then we put it together, then you make a house, then you make whatever it is. So we always level up raw material. True. So the debate of the boy child, actually, I should be asking you those questions so that I understand. I want to hear from the girl's point. Okay, so
we flip it, like let's flip it, like most of the time boys wakiongea. For example, do you agree, like, this might sound controversial, Andrew Kibe, do you think Andrew Kibe is the voice of the male child right now?
Of course not,
because he's too defensive.
Of course not. You cannot have
the
one.
audience has said no.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There's so many men
but the truth is, a lot of men listen to him.
Of course.
So I'm talking about it like, what is it makes them okay.
But do you know why?
Do you know why? Why is the question?
Do you know why? Because every man is looking for another male figure that they can walk in their path, like they can learn from and grow from. If you look at, for a man, because of a lot of the things that men like to do. So men like giving direction. You know, they like protecting, providing. So he's trying to figure out, how do I do this in the best way possible? Okay. Right? But he's feeling like he's not being heard and seen. And people are not understanding who the man is. So many people will not ask a guy, like if a guy, to say the most common one, say if a guy is broke. Even if he talks to his friend, you remember how it trends in Kenya. Tukiuliza beshte yako unaambia maze niko down, anamwambia unasema nini sasa mimi ndio niko down. Una understand? So
it's competitive, tunashindana shida. Ati wewe unalanja, bwana mimi sijakula tangu last year. Unasema last year. I get what you're saying.
You get what I mean, But the reason why so many people are paying attention to the Andrew Kibes and the Andrew Tates and all these people, the men who are like thought leaders, is because men are also trying to find themselves in the best way possible. They don't want to shrink and die.
So they're fighting back.
So they're trying to fight so that they feel like, now I feel like a man. You know? Just to, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
So I think that's the reason people like Akina Andrew Kibe. But it is actually an opportunity for more men who know to speak up. But ideally in life you cannot learn anything from one person. It doesn't work.
But that which is true. I feel like because you're talking about I love your book, the title of your book,
Take Back Your Power.
Take Back Your Power.
Yeah.
And we are talking about identity of a creative, right? And I feel the mental state of because I like the balance. I'm a male artist, you're a female artist.
Yeah.
I feel like if you look at the genres within the music industry right now, there are a lot of genres that are heavily have a lot of men.
Yeah.
For example, like if you look at hip hop music in Kenya, if you compare the rappers, the male rappers to the female rappers, the male rappers are more. But if you compare singers, there are more female singers than male singers. Because me, I'm a singer. I started singing. When you sing, there's usually a way you're trust you me, the guys when I was starting to tell me unaimba them. You get me? So a man is like where's he tap into your
there's a
emotional
lot of
side, you know? So you have to be very, like, I usually ask myself, what can make Andrew Kibe like cry? I've always asked myself that. What can make him tap into his emotion?
How do you know he doesn't already cry?
But he does it he's always very defensive, you know? And I don't want to bring him into this conversation, but the idea is a lot of men, because I never used to watch him, but nikiwapa NUAfrica, sometimes I let people just watch whatever they want to watch, and I would see them watching, But anyway, let's go back to your book, Take Your Power Back.
And just before we continue, I was thinking, in case people in the audience like have questions, so maybe Sha can like do something.
We have actually a wireless mic, right? Tunaweza peana tu wireless mic.
So in case someone has a question or a comment or something they'd like to say, like
our producer is telling us to teke. Okay, sawa. So let's just go straight into like the key points. I know, Vivian, you had prepared something special. There's some things you're thinking about. Like when you identified the topic of identity, and we're doing this after the passing of Byron. Byron was one of the biggest producers, actually the biggest producer in the past like 2 years. Most of the hits, but he was very laid back. So he kind of like disappeared in between the crowd. He wasn't the producer who would be like, unajua mimi nimeproduce your song. Unajua mimi nimeproduce your song. Like he would be the guy who would come and just sit at the back. So other people will be like, unajua ile song ule ndo ameproduce. And then he will be like, he will even behave as if nikaa zile za see at ni mimi so you get me, but I get that it is through the passing of him that most of the things tumekuwa tukiongelea zimekam, and after Ali passed, guys walikuja wakaniambia, you know, let's talk about these things, let's talk about the mental health. And I feel identity, once an artist identifies themselves, for me, the skills, like for me, nilianza na kuimba because I have vocals. My skills kind of contributed to what I identified with. As an artist, how did you get to know, like, oh, this is what I'm good at? Why did you not decide to dance? Why did you not decide to be like Femi One or rap? You know, like, how did you use your skills to, because there are artists who have many skills. The reason I'm saying that is because I know producers. I know someone who's a producer, a dancer, a videographer, yani akona skills mob. And sometimes we live in an era where you can do a lot, but somehow they kind of disappear. Like, how do you use your skills to identify yourself?
Good question. I don't know. I think it's usually the one that pulls the most. So for me, I can do many things. I write, I can teach, but when I sing, you know, it's like there's a you know,
there's something that makes you feel.
It's not me, like what it evokes in people. Like it blows over anytime I sing. So I think for all of us, we all have different strengths, but we have one distinct strength that opens the door. Like a door opener.
There's the one that
opens the
brings
door.
Everything together.
Because if I was not a singer, then the doors to publish, to speak,
your first love.
It's not really about me. I mean, for me, I love all the things that I can do. But when I look at, you're probably right, first love. Because when I look at the impact of the music, it's always bigger. It's always bigger than any other thing that I do.
Okay.
But the strength is I use it as a strength. So it opens doors to other things.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
I get it. So let's just go deep into your book. Like, give us, I want to...
A brief.
Yeah, I just want to take this moment to give you your moment. Even give you your flowers. Congratulations for even taking your time to research. Yo, make some noise, man. Yeah, for even taking your time, a lot of the time, like me, I did an album, how what an album means for an artist. So for you to even take your time to write a book, and trying to reach out, first of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's really special, man. Makofi.
Thank you very much.
So I just want to, because najua tunaweza enda sana. I just want you to
give a brief.
And in case you want a copy, by the way, you can get one. And she can sign it for you. And not only can she sign it for you, you're gonna take a picture with her. I mean, like, it could be a way of just saying, thank you for writing the book. Kwa sababu kuna watu wako nyumbani wametulia tu, unajua ma legend, unajua wale ma legend. Wale tulikuanga wabaya. Nyinyi hamuelewi hizi vitu. You get me? But you taking time. So I want to give you this moment to just talk about it. Take us through the book. What should someone expect from it? Why should we even get it? Like, who are you targeting?
All right. So this book, Take Back Your Power. This is a book that I wrote as a lifeline for myself.
Okay.
But I also wrote it just to give people a guide, because it not only has material, it is also an interactive book.
Okay.
So it has questions inside there. So, for example, like here, you'll see.
Okay.
So it has places where people can just write down, because a lot of the challenges that we have with our thoughts is because they're all bogged up inside. So we need to let it out.
Okay.
And one of the best ways to let things out is by writing.
Okay.
So when I say it was a lifeline for me, I mean my journey as a musician has not been easy.
Okay.
And I think more so recently. When you're an artist, so you have your artistic life, but you're also a human being. So your personal life as well. So I went through a separation. A marriage separation, people. So when I went through a separation, I felt like, okay, so I've been with this person, I've been running around as a creative. Hold up. Mimi mwenyewe, what is important to me? And then getting to that level where the fame is there, you're recognizable everywhere, that kind of thing. And so, for most people are usually like, mimi maze nataka tu nikuwe famous.
Maze, kenda hii mtaa wanapiga nduru. Nduru. I get it.
So for me, I had already surpassed that. So I needed now to find meaning, right? And I didn't have so many noises in my ear, because also that time, so my ex was also my manager, right? So, management, family, now that sort of like quietened down.
Okay.
And it was really a blessing in disguise, because it gave me time to reflect. So when I went through the separation, that's when I went back to school. And I'm working on my psychology degree. I'll be done next year. But I can still practice. So I'm already practicing.
Okay.
But on top of that, I also wanted to learn about spirituality.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of Bible school. So I know all Bible stories. I know everything. You have a question?
Before let's a question, let's just, okay, you said separation, kuna watu wa udaku sako. Is it like Jada Pinkett? Jada Pinkett just said he and Will Smith wamekuwa separated tangu 2016, man. Like, for anyone who's, what's the difference between...
I think there's a question.
There's a question, Okay, wacha tukuulize.
Hi, Vivian.
Hi. Hello.
I'm Tracy.
Nice to meet you, Tracy.
From Unique Comfort. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Well, I am sure I will hear today more.
Okay. So I have a question for you. I saw it in your pages. Like I went through your pages tonight.
Okay.
And I saw that like you shaved after you parted with the
Bald Women's
husband.
Association.
So I was like, why? Why did you do that?
Oh, why I did that?
Yeah.
Wow. So the process of healing is a very interesting one, eh? Because unaweza amka siku moja udonate nguo zako zote, unashindwa hizi nguo ni za nini? In fact, I don't want any of them. But to answer your question, I think it was just part of me shedding off a lot of the negativity, you know, because when you go through a separation, there's a lot of loss, then there's a lot of negative, and then being in the public, a lot of negative things being thrown out at you, and I didn't want to carry that with me. So for me, it was symbolic. I've always cut my hair, but I felt like now, what would happen if I just cut it all off, you know? Okay. So it was just, it's a form of self-expression as well. So that's the reason.
Okay. Anyone else with a question before tuendelee now? Yeah? My question was like, the term, there are terms that are cropping up, like separation, like Jada Pinkett said she's been separated since 2016, you know. So what's the difference between a separation, a divorce, you know, like, are you guys still together? Is there a possibility that you can come back together? You go, like, what's a separation? Because to be very honest, it's like an entanglement. Yeah, people say I'm in an entanglement. Like, what's an entanglement, man? Like, you say you're separated, like, yeah, you're okay with that, right? So
yes.
Yeah, so just give us a little, for everybody who's asking, like, me, I want to know, and I'm sure there's someone else who wants to know, like, a separation. What does it entail? What's a separation? Yeah.
So a separation is just going separate ways. Yeah, so taking different directions in life, you know, picking up just different ways of doing things and of living. Because when you're together, you sort of like find ways to synergize, come together. But then when you separate, it's like, you know, it's like moja nenda North Pole na mwingine South Pole. So literally, I would say.
So do you still talk together? Do you still check up on each other? Do you still like the children? Do they come in? Like, what are some of the, you know, nitty-gritties of a separation?
I think obviously it has a lot to do with how two people decide. Okay. Yeah. So we are cordial. Okay. But you see, we are both strong personalities. Okay. Yeah. Then also our agendas are different now. Okay. Because before we were separated, I was not an author. I was not a psychologist. So it's like I'm a different person. Okay. I'm not the same person that was with him, right? So just accepting that graciously, you know, and it's even something I write about in the book, because most people actually go through breakups, quote unquote, and not only marriage breakups, even friendships, even companies, even families, you know. But how do we know the people who we're supposed to keep in our lives and the people who we say, Maze, it's been real, tembea na Yesu, unajua? Sometimes we like holding on to things when the time for that thing has passed. And you see something that is flowing, it's usually mutual. Even if it's hard, you'll be like, let's try, you know, it'll have a level of commitment. But even if we are friends and you're always calling, for 1 year you're always calling, me I never call you, do you think that friendship will survive? No. Exactly. So it has to have a mutual sense to it. And obviously no two people are the same. You know, whatever you bring to the table, maybe I bring something else. Like this, when we chose to do this, it's because I felt like this is good. It's artistic driven, and we're trying to, you know, the creative. I even write it as well. The creative is the seed. So without a seed, you can't have an avocado tree. Without an avocado seed, you can't have. You can have the mchanga, the rain, the manure, everything. But without the seed, there's nothing. So the creative is a seed. But most creatives don't know that they are the seed. You know, and so sometimes they put themselves in harsh situations. They don't nurture themselves properly. You understand what I mean? So for me, I felt like the same way you're talking about. Like when I was starting, if I knew without doubt that I'm the seed, I'd have cultivated that, So how am I cultivating this creative knack that I have?
Okay.
Who are the people I'm hanging out with? What am I creating? What is important to me? No matter how many people come and tell me, we've been told these things. Hakuna mahali naenda, but you still say, this is what I'm committed to. I can learn, I can grow, I can do better. But how do I ensure that internally, my internal system, is running well?
Okay.
Because externally, we really have very little control.
Very true.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Vivian, if someone wants to get the book, tell us where do we get it?
So,
is there a PDF version of it?
So no, there's no PDF version.
Okay.
Kwa sababu wa Kenya na piracy is crazy.
Forward the book. Unasikia muda ulibai tulia. Okay, I get you. Where can we get it?
So obviously right here, there are some book copies. They're going for 1,500 Kenya shillings.
Only.
So you can be able to just go through the book.
Plus autograph.
Hey,
plus photo.
Plus photo moment. But also there's a link on my page for Nuria Store. Nuria Store is the leading local publisher in Kenya. So they do a lot of local books. So that's where the book is available. It will also be in Textbook Center probably in the next month. And I'll probably do a book signing. So I'll put that on my page as well. Then, Tuzidi Kusonga. And it's also an inspiration of everyone has something to say. So self-expression.
All right.
Everyone can write a book, including you.
So Vivian, are you gonna take your if I wrote a book, hey. Anyway, I don't know. I think I could. You could inspire me, but right now, Yani, maybe music. But are we gonna expect Take Your Power 2, Take Your Power, Part 5? You know the way people mint an idea. Are we expecting more books, or are you still gonna give us more music? Because I'm a big fan, I'm a fan wake Simko. Are we still gonna get other more music as we wind up? Like, are we gonna get part 2, or we're gonna get more music? Or where do you see Vivian? I know it sounds like
cliche,
but Vivian is changing.
In the next,
Vivian has a book now. She was an artist. She's an artist now. She's a psychiatrist. Like, wow. What are we expecting next from Vivian?
Hata nikamalizia hapo naweza tu kukua niko sawa.
So unaenda tu kaende.
But I know for sure I'll always create. I'll just create different things, but I'll always create. Music, I will always do it. I think I have a song coming out in a few but maybe in the next week or so. And then I'm going to study, and so I'm going to be away for a while. But ideally, I'm always going to be writing. I'm always going to be teaching. It's just the tools that are different. Sometimes you teach when you speak. Sometimes you teach when you say, you make my heart to go. Ten, 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 ten. My head, my knees and toes. So we...
Make some noise for Vivian.
So we teach using different tools.
Umemba vizuri sana. Anyway, thank you so much for coming through, man. Please get a copy of her book right here. She's gonna sign. She's gonna be tutakuwa na meet and greet. After this, we're gonna also MC ataendelea. My producer is on my neck, but I really wanna appreciate you for taking the time to write it. Big up to NUAfrica for the space and even for the vision to unite people. Music as a way of uniting people beyond tribe, beyond religion, beyond everything else that you can think of. Music as a way of doing that, and it's through music that I've met you, and now you're inspiring so many females, inspiring so many male in the industry. Trust you me, because I checked your book out, and it's not pushing an agenda. It's about you get me. Most of the time you read it unaona huyu anapenda tu kitu fulani, but this is more for everybody. So I would encourage everyone to get a copy. And thank you so much. We're gonna wind up. Anybody with a pressing question? Yani ile pressing. Yani ile unasikia yani uwezi achwa yani
comment.
You have a question, So we'll get one question alafu Vivian akijibu tumekafunga. So thank you so much. I go by the name of Seroney.
good job. Yeah.
Hello. So my question is, is it a thing or it's passion? Because let's say myself, also got into a big breakup and then I went to school and studied psychology. So like, is it really our passion? Do you feel like it's our passion, it's your passion, or is something that you did to actually heal yourself? Another thing, what did you learn from your ex? Your breakup, not your ex.
My breakup.
The breakup, like the separation. Alafu, is it a separation or a divorce?
Uliza vizuri, watu wanataka kujua, are you taken? Are you single? Should people send in new applications? Like, rada. Ama, wase. See, that's what you want to know. Yeah, like, are you umerudi soko? Ama. Anyway, but I hope you got that question, yeah?
Oh gosh. So I always wanted to do psychology. When I was starting music, I had two choices. So I was just about to get into school, and then I did my first song. In fact, it was my second song. A woman in love, a woman in love. That one. Then I did the song. Then the song became big. The career started moving. The school ikaingia kwa shelf flani hapo. So it was just, I always wanted, I was actually joining Nazarene at that time. But the music happened. So 9 years later, nilienda kwa hiyo shelf nikaichukua. Nikasema, I come here now. We can bond again. So for me, it's always something I wanted to do. Because even in my expression with my words and how I sing, I'm usually very... my music has some healing kind of vibe, unajua. So what I learned from my breakup, I learned that there's nothing wrong with anybody here, that sometimes things just don't work, and that it is okay. Life moves on. And if you stick in the space of the wisdom instead of remaining in the area of wounding, your life will move forward and you will be shocked at even the person you will marry and date later. You know, so we need to stop putting timelines. By mwaka unafaa kuwa na watoto sijui what, unafaa kuwa umeolewa, unafaa kuwa we don't want those things. Now it's just like whatever is flowing, we flow with it. Whatever inakwama kwanza unaiangalia hivi. So I don't know if that has answered your question. Yeah? All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Kuna hiyo ya mwisho hiyo.
Gani hiyo?
And is separation, is it divorce, and uko soko ama auko soko?
I was kuna swali. I was traditionally married. So that one, unless like if I want to go and claim property or things like that, which is not something I would do. I let me just say for now, it is a separation.
It's a separation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And the other one?
Which one?
Are you uko kwa soko ama uko kwa soko? Like okay. You know there's the entertainment factor, you get me?
Yeah.
So kuna mtoto wako like, what's this? What's like, are you dating?
So what I really avoid answering that question. I just answer.
Those who support me say I.
It is. Oh, it's a safe space. Woo. So, siko soko.
Ishie tu hapo amejibu, si ndio? How you use that information?
It's up to you. There's
a question. Okay.
Yeah, there's a question.
Sawa. Njoo hapa bro.
Please come closer.
Teke bro. Producer hapa.
Okay, my question was just simple. How do you handle being in the limelight, the hate, the love, those days when you got the money, the emotions? How do you handle everything and your financial bit without literally, with the whole society looking at you as an artist?
Yeah.
They know artists got money, artists are rich, are living that life. How do you handle that? Savage in Kenya.
That's a very good question. Very good question, because I think even the area of finances and creatives, that's a whole podcast episode, yeah? Producer, utatusame dakika 3 za mwisho, then we close.
1 minute.
1 minute. Let me answer and say, I like to say I am a public figure, but I live a private life. Yeah, so it is hard to see me. I really try to live my life in a way that is dignifying. It's not easy. It's very hard because expectations ni mingi, but I like to show up as myself. And I have come to believe in the principle of attracting your tribe. Yeah, so if people are for you, they will just come on your path, amtasumbuana, and if they are not, they won't. And it's hard because you're gonna have seasons of aloneness, solitude, where you're like, Kwali Mungu, lady sao, you know?
Yeah.
But it's part of the growth. Yeah. Let me say the last thing. The metamorphosis of the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's used so often, but it is so accurate. Because before the caterpillar now forms the wings, after it's gone through the caterpillar, the pupa, is it larva, whatever those stages are, firstly there's a part it becomes pulp. So it's neither here nor there. It doesn't have the end or the beginning.
Yeah.
So when you're transforming as a person, you have to know that there's gonna reach a point in your life where mwenye ujui mbele yako na nyuma yako iko wapi. But I really believe in God, and not religiously, spiritually. I know that's a whole other debate, but either way, what I'm saying is, be gracious to yourself as you go through the processes. Love yourself, and then people will be able to love you when they see that you are accepting yourself, right? So I've had the seasons where I've performed and performed and performed, and I still perform, but it's not like if I'm not on stage, sasa hakuna oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Vivian. All right, that marks the end of our podcast. Thank you so much. Tukiondoka basi makofi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vivian. Thank you so much, Seroney. It was nice to